For this project, I started with a 35 by 14 inch mirror that I had picked up at a garage sale. I removed the backing, I removed the mirror, and then I flipped it over, cleaned it up, and used black paint to paint the frame again. It's already black, but it had some scuffs and scrapes, and it just needed a fresh coat of paint. The next day, when that was dry, I flipped it over, and I took ELMER'S glue and I put it in the perimeter of the back of the frame where the mirror would sit. Then I took the mirror and I replaced the mirror, and I took ELMER'S glue again and went around the perimeter of the back of the mirror. So this serves two purposes. It helps to hold the glass in place, and it also helps to prevent resin leaks. Now in this case, the board on the back holds the glass in place, but we really need to help prevent any resin leaks. So next I just draw the project out on the mirror so that I know exactly where I want everything to go, and I use an oil-based marker for this. The markers are covered up by the crystals. Then I take my crystals on a chain, and you can see the little roll of green crystals, and I put clear ELMER'S glue all around where I had the marker, and then I go ahead and I take the crystals and I follow those lines around. For the outside of the pumpkin, I am using the green crystals, and for the mouth, I'm using the black crystals. And I do have to cut the chains because it can't be one continuous link because it does not bend like that. And then for the orange glass for inside the pumpkin, what I use is Ashland decorative filler, and you can pick this up at Michael's. It's a reflective glass, and this one I believe has some silver on it. And then I take the TAMIYA spray paint, the color orange. It is translucent, and I spray that on it, and I think it might have taken like 2 coats, but you can also use the Krylon stained glass tangerine orange translucent spray paint, and I have a couple videos out about that now. The great thing about the translucent spray paints is when you spray it on reflective glass, it does not lose its reflective qualities. So I just went ahead and spread this out on the pumpkin and then moved on to the ghost's face, his eyes and mouth. And for that, I did the same thing. I used the ELMER'S glue, the clear ELMER'S glue, and put it around where I had made the marks. And then I took the roll of the black crystals and put that around the mouth and the eyes. And just so you know, I spent probably an hour on this mouth and eyes of this ghost. First, I filled the mouth in, and then I decided I didn't like the crystals inside of the mouth, and then I did the eyes, and what I was trying to do was get the eyes to be looking up at the spider. And I did it multiple times and had to fix it a couple of times before I got it just the way I wanted it to be. And then I ran the clear ELMER'S glue around the body of the ghost, and then I took this roll of clear AB crystals, they are so pretty, and put that around the body of the ghost. And then here I am messing around with the eyes and the mouth again. Like I said, this took me forever to figure it out, and then I kind of had to clean the glue out from inside of his mouth because I wanted to leave that with seeing the mirror through it. So for the black part of the eye, I ended up using this Ashland decorative filler. It's just for Halloween, and then I picked this up from the Dollar Tree and used the white beads for the white part of the eye. Next, I moved on to the spider, and I did the same thing. I took the clear ELMER'S glue and outlined where the spider was to be. I took the black crystals and outlined where I had put the glue, and then I made the legs and the body, and I took those same black stones that I used for the eye of the ghost and put those in the center of the spider. And then I had picked up this bracelet at a garage sale, and I used 2 of the pieces. I thought they would be perfect for the eyes of the spider, and I think they ended up looking really cute. They worked out perfect. So to make the glass for the ghost, I took Celestial Fire glass in something called iridescent medium. This iridescent medium I picked up from Michael's, and the brand name is Artist Loft, but you can find it under other brand names. I took it and I mixed it with the Celestial glass. You just have to mix it up real good till everything is totally covered, and I'll show you this is what it looks like before, and then this is the Celestial glass, which is, totally clear. And that's what it looks like after. And then I took parchment paper and laid it out on a mat. And then you can take either parchment paper, wax paper, any kind of non-stick surface and spread it all out. Spread it out as far away from each other as you can, because this is kind of like a paint and it will make them stick together. So the further apart you can get them, the better. And then you let it dry overnight. And then the next morning you kind of have to crumble it in your hands to get it up off the paper and apart from each other if any pieces have stuck together. And I just went ahead and spread it out all over the ghost, and it is such a shiny, pretty white. I just love it. I just love the way that turned out. And then I took a good look at the project and I decided it just needs something else. So I decided I was going to make a spider web at the very top. And again, once I figured out exactly how I wanted it, I took the clear ELMER'S glue and drew lines out and put the crystals on top of the lines. And I took some letter stencils that I had to write the word boo. And I used an oil-based marker, and I just went ahead and outlined the B first, or all the letters first. And then after I was done outlining it, I removed the stencil and filled it in the center. And again, this is an oil-based marker. It's in your best interest to use an oil-based marker so that the resin doesn't make it run. And then I was pretty much done with the project and ready for the resin. The resin I used for this project was art resin. I mixed it up off camera. And what I do is I go ahead and dribble it over all the glass first, because you want to make sure that the glass is held down really well. And after I do it over all the glass, then what I do is I take it and put it around the perimeters and up in the corners and push it up into the corners and along the edges. Even though they say it's self-leveling, it really isn't. You have to make sure that it's all along the edges and up in the corners, or else you'll have some empty spots and you'll have to re-pour resin. So I got it all leveled out, made sure all the glass was covered, and then I used my little kitchen torch to blow the bubbles out, and it was all done. This needs to sit on a flat level surface overnight before you can touch it, and then the cure time for this particular resin is a full 72 hours. It has to set between temperatures of 72 and 85 degrees Fahrenheit. It's in your best interest to cover it with a dust cover. Hey everyone, so I think this turned out so cute, and so just so you know, so this glass here was the celestial glass, which is just fire glass, clear fire glass. And you can really, if you're going to color your fire glass and you're using clear to start with, the celestial fire glass can be a little bit more expensive, and this is 1/4 inch. That's something important to remember. I have ordered other fire glass on Amazon, and it was less expensive, but when I got it, it had like a blue or a green tinge to it. So I sent them back. But so if you're just using it for clear, you probably wouldn't want that. But if you're going to color it, you could use some less expensive fire glass. So anyway, that's what I used for that. And then of course for the pumpkin, I used the Ashland decorative filler and sprayed it with the TAMIYA spray paint. TAMIYA, and then or else you could use the Krylon. And then for this glass here, that glass came from Michael's, and it's also by Ashland. And you can see the orange strip on there. It says Halloween, so it's only going to be out for Halloween. I'm sure once it's gone, it's gone. And it's only $2.99 for 20 ounces, and it's real tiny, shiny glass. So if you want it, I would get it as soon as you can, because otherwise, I'm sure once they're out, they're out. And for the boo, I use the oil-based markers, and some of the other markers I've had problems with, like it running, and I don't know if it was my fault because I didn't let it dry enough, but the oil-based markers do not give you a problem with resin at all, so that would be my suggestion. And As far as the crystals that I have around here, the one thing I did notice, I did a Mod Podge project with these crystals, the black crystals, and even though I poured the Mod Podge over it, they still stayed real sparkly. But I've noticed with the resin over this, the black ones are not sparkly anymore. So, but the other ones, these here stayed sparkly. So I don't know if I just didn't get resin on top of them. The smaller ones are from a different company. So I will link both in the description. So if you're gonna do the black ones with resin, I would just pour it around it because they did lose their sparkly qualities there. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I had fun making it. This mirror, I actually have two of them, so I gotta figure out something to do with the other one. I got them both at garage sales for like $3 a piece, so they were a real good deal. But anyway, if you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to be notified of future videos, go ahead and subscribe. And I'm going to be putting out holiday videos for the next 3 months. And that's it. Have a great day. Thanks for watching.